Hi everyone, it's Shannon, aka QB Crossing, and today I wanted to share with you all where my current island, Magari, is at and the progress that I've made since you've last seen it in a speed build. So I thought that it would be fun to just go around, take a walk through my island, and see how much has changed, and hopefully I will finish this island soon and release a dream address, but let's just get right into it. So I kept changing aesthetics for this island. I don't know what was going on with me. I think I was just feeling burnout. So that is why the island has taken me so long. I would say now though that my terraforming is mostly done. The structure is all there and it's just about creating some filler areas. So this is my current map. I will say that my map is probably not the most beautiful map in the world, but I focus more on what the island actually looks like when I'm walking around. I don't know how people make such gorgeous maps, but I'm fine with how my map looks and my current villager lineup. So I did get myself a little balloon because I think it would be fun to walk around the island with that. So here we are. This is my entrance. I did have a speed build for this that you all may remember, and I really just loved how this came out. So all that's changed here is some items, and I think overall like my color palette has changed a bit. So we still have Pearl's house, but I've actually customized it once I got that ability to do so. And then overall, I just need to add in some finishing touches like a manhole cover over here and some other little items over on the path. But overall, I think that the entrance is still pretty similar to how you probably last saw it. Over here, I did add in some more terraforming, so I have an incline over here as I was figuring out how to make the island flow, and I added in this little lookout area just because I've been trying to get as many lookout areas on this island as possible just to get some different views. So I did like how this came out as well. Honestly, this island has been through so many changes, and I just cannot believe that I'm maybe almost done with it, and hopefully I can stop being indecisive and just finish it so I can start something new. But that is kind of my process as I go with islands. Sometimes it doesn't work exactly how you think at first or what your original theme would be. So it's okay if your island is taking super long, because this one has taken me just forever. This is actually that river mouth area from my speed build that I did these double bridges for. And as you can see, I didn't like the decoration anymore, so I have to redo all of this, but I still do like the terraforming here. So I'm gonna keep that as is and then just kind of go through with some of these kind of lighter colors that I was playing with last night. So I did update the house over here so that it feels a little bit more in line with what I was thinking, but still have a lot of work to do over here by Anchovy's house for decoration. And I think I want to customize his house also. So more to come on that. As we go back here over this incline, I thought that it would be fun to connect this to my diagonal neighborhood area that I have over here. So the terraforming kind of stumped me for a while, but then I thought it would be fun to just connect this, have another lookout area, and have these two kind of opposite inclines. So we have quite a bit of sunken areas on this island, which you will see as I continue to go through. But I like that by adding this other level, we're able to get this view of the diagonal neighborhood where I have my house and Olive's house. I just really like this view a lot, and adding in another incline next to my house also helped. So still a bit of work to go, as with most of the areas on this island, with just filling things in, but I still love this area and I'm excited to continue doing my finishing touches as I go along. So that's my house, and then pretty much exactly the same as we saw before, I did another one of these little connection areas with the two inclines because I wasn't sure how to connect it to my sunken neighborhood, which I think this was one of my most popular speed builds and one of my favorite areas, so I'm not getting rid of it. I may end up customizing some of the villager houses. I'm not sure about it yet, and as you can see, I've changed the decoration a bit, and I still have a lot of work to do to just fill it all in, but I'm starting to really see the aesthetic of this island coming together. I think something I was doing when I started this island was just not putting pressure on myself to finish it and just creating standalone areas. So that's another reason why this has taken me a while, because now I'm trying to bring the aesthetic together throughout the whole island, whereas I was just not worrying about finishing an island before. But then I realized I had so many builds on this island that I didn't want to get rid of, and I want to have a dream address for it. So that's where we are now. There's not really too much over to the right here. This is one of those things that I just need to figure out with transitioning and how we get over to my peninsula, but I don't think that that will take me too long. If we come back up here and just loop around a bit, I did end up keeping the builds that I made for my design challenge with some of my other YouTuber friends, and I just thought that it actually worked pretty well on my island. If you didn't see the video, I got assigned a dark academia theme, and I don't know if it's exactly dark academia, but I did use a lot of darker colors here, and I made this little cafe. Another reason I'm keeping it is just because I need as many filler area ideas as I can, and I was able to make a transition decently, so I'm happy with how that kind of works on the island. Just some more spaces to fill out kind of in front and behind it. As we come over here, we are actually heading towards one of my favorite areas on the island, which is a big lake that I made, but we have some just filler areas that I've done over on stream, and I like just adding in little picnic areas and details. I think that since I was working on so many big builds for this island, I kind of forgot about the little details. So I've been going through and trying to add as much little beauty as you go through the island as possible. So like little picnic blankets and little things like that, just to bring everything together. Also have this little bike rental over here, which I thought was a fun way to fill in this little space next to the path. As we come over this way, we're heading to one of my favorite areas, which is actually my lake. This was a very random build that I did on stream one night, and I just could not believe that it actually came out how I wanted it to. There's like a little pier over on the right side, and it fills in a huge chunk of my island, which definitely helped a lot when I was trying to get this island closer to completion. But I really like how this overgrown pathway to it looks and how this is just coming together in general. If you go through this way, you can go over here to the little pier, so you can do some fishing, and I just think that it looks super cute, so I'm happy with how that came out as well. We're gonna wrap back around this way and head over to the left side of my island. So let's see. So if we go through here and go over to resident services, I still did keep this little town square type of area in front of resident services. I think a couple things have changed since the speed build, as with many of my other areas, so probably just adding some more details to the path and around here would be nice, but I'm loving using these gazebos and just having them to fill in any spaces where I need a lot of height, especially since we don't have multiple buildings to use. Like once you finish up your villager houses, it's kind of like, what else can I use to add a lot more structure to the island? So I think that those gazebos are great for that. I haven't quite figured out what I'm doing here yet, but like with most of the island, it's mostly these filler areas that just need to be completed. I do have my shopping district over here. I think I had something similar to this when I did a winter speed build on this island, and I'm liking how it's coming out. Again, just with some of these details all throughout. I like using the car items when I can, just to add some realistic elements, and I use that storefront as a garage. And then my Nooks is over here, and I think she's cute. This probably isn't my favorite area on the island, but I do like just continuing the diagonal theme all throughout this island. But it does lead pretty nicely to my resident services, which also leads to my fishing village. And this area I'm super happy with. So I just knew it had to stay, and I had to find a way to make it transition from the rest of my island. So I have 3 houses over here. I added in some of the yachts, which are just my absolute favorite items from the update, and just some little details as you go through here to make it seem like a little fishing town, and playing with some of those more nautical items. I just thought it was a fun little change to the island. So other than that, I think I just have one little area to show you guys. I still have my museum build, but again, I've changed the aesthetic out, so it's not exactly perfect. It needs a lot of work, but I added in this incline over here, and I'm going to be decorating all of this very soon. And if we come back over this way, I will figure out a way to lead it to my kind of sunken museum area. I kind of hate how this looks right now just because of the ways that I've saved over codes and changed things out, but I know it will come together again, and I still like hiding my museum back here, and I still like the terraforming that I had originally done, so I think that this will stay. It just needs quite a bit of work. And then the only other big area that I've added is over here. I have another sunken view to my campsite, and I think that it looks super cute back here. I love to kind of have this overgrown view all throughout my island, and I don't know, I think that it's just coming together quite nicely, even though there's still some areas that I'm not fully happy with yet. I think we'll get there very soon, and I cannot wait to share a full dream address of this island. But I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing the progress so far. Let me know what you thought in the comments, what themes you think would be fun for me to try next, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.